the diplomatic row between Egypt and Italy appears set to escalate as Egypt rejected an Italian demand for thousands of phone records to investigate the murder of student Giulio Regeni in Cairo. Egyptian authorities say such a request is unconstitutional. Senior prosecutor Mustafa Suleiman told a press conference in Cairo that Italian investigators had made the demand during an inconclusive meeting in Rome last week that prompted Italy on Friday to recall its ambassador from Cairo. Regeni, a 28-year-old Cambridge University PhD student, was in Egypt researching labor unions when he disappeared on January the 25th. His badly mutilated body was found more than a week later on the side of a road. Italian officials suspect the student was killed by elements in the Egyptian security services. The Egyptian counterparts have maintained that there is no basis for such claims.
The Egyptian side rejected this demand, not hardline or to hide information, but because this case should be investigated under the Egyptian constitution and law, and this is unconstitutional.
And we can now cross over to CCTV's Adel Mahroui, who's joining me live from Cairo with the very latest on this developing story. Adel, the Italians appear to have raised the stake on this matter when they recalled their ambassador on Friday. What's the significance of this? Are there expectations now in Cairo that this will spiral into a full breakdown of diplomatic relations?
Well, it is definitely considered sort of an escalation and a deterioration in diplomatic ties, but even so far it doesn't seem to be that harsh, because basically it's just a recall, and according to the official statement from the Italian government, it's to investigate the findings and the negotiations that happened during the investigations, the Egyptian investigation team in Egypt. So basically, the Italian ambassador to Cairo, Maurizio Massari, went back to Rome to give a brief and discuss with the Italian government their possible moves, the next moves, so that they can find the truth about what happened. So it is definitely a hit to the political ties between both countries, but at the same time, it doesn't seem that it is the end of such ties. It's just maybe to be a move to pressure Egypt so that it would yield to the Italian government demands. This is more or less what many analysts have been talking about in the past couple of days since the announcement to recall the ambassador. He actually left earlier this morning to Rome. It's the first time that the announcement has been made officially. Egypt has received the request from the Italian government to recall the ambassador on Saturday, and he left today. It's not still clear when will he come back and what are the measures needed from Cairo so that Italy would send back the ambassador.
Well, Adel, investigations are ongoing, though. But what are the key areas of disagreement between Cairo and Rome regarding this case?
Well, basically, if you take Italy's side, they have several points that puzzles them quite a lot about the investigations that Egypt has been holding on. First, Egypt claimed that Regeni was killed in a car accident. Then they said a gang or a group of people, criminals specialized in harming foreigners, stealing from them, were the reason behind it. And Egypt claims that all the members of these groups were killed when police tried to arrest them. So that's one side for it. The other side, the CCTV videos of the metro stations and the area where Regeni should have been at and disappeared from on January 21st, all the recordings have been deleted automatically. This is another claim from the Egyptian government that Italy does not see it's convincing. Basically because Egypt says that the CCTV equipment are brand new and they were set automatically to delete the documents or delete the videos every certain period of time. And at the same time, it doesn't seem convincing to Rome that Egypt has not recalled or brought the videos right after Regeni disappeared. The final point, and this is where Egypt stresses, and we've just heard the Deputy Prosecutor General talking about, is the call logs for citizens within the area where Regeni disappeared. Egypt considers this a violation of privacy, and it is something that the constitutional warns against, and the Egyptian law protects the privacy of citizens, and this is where the Egyptian prosecution stood firm and rejected Italy's demand. It seems that this was the breaking point in the meetings that took place in Rome on Thursday and Friday. So how will Egypt proceed next? Still not clear, but from what we've heard, the Deputy Prosecutor General, it seems that Egypt is standing firm on this position, and it will not yield. But that was, of course, before Italy escalated with threatening and then recalling its ambassador from Cairo. So there is a tension going on, and every side is trying to bargain their way through, and it's still not clear what will be the next step from either Rome or Cairo.
Right, Adil Mahrouri for us there in Cairo. Thank you.